Welcome to our Tai Chi class. Today we're going to work through some warm-ups and some routines to kind of loosen up the body, create flexibility, mobility, balance of mind and body. We'll begin with our salute, and I'll be like a mirror, so you use the same hand that I use. Right hand in a fist, that means strength. You bend the thumb over it, that means humility. All the fingers together, that means union, and we salute, and that's how we begin and finish our class. All right, open the feet and begin to open and close the hands. We'll do one open, one closes, waking up the brain. 2 warm-ups for the neck. Bring the chin back, trying to align your ears and your shoulders. Hands forward and lower the head down. So think in Tai Chi we're moving through water. It's a continuous flow, so we really don't stop anywhere. We blend one movement into the next. All right, second neck warm-up. So follow the hand to the side. Imagine your hand is like a mirror. You're keeping like the hand right here in front of your eyes, and then follow the eyes, turning only with your head. So you want to make sure you don't rotate your shoulders or your hips to the side. Bring that to center, and then bring the hand to the other side. Now if the neck feels up for it, you can always go a little bit deeper every time you go over into the side. Want to make sure we keep that breath flowing. One more time. Now we do 2 warm-ups for the shoulders. Shoulder rolls really slow, trying to bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And then bring it the other direction. All right, second shoulder warm-up. Arms up, breath in. Breath out, and slight bend on the knees. Breath in, collecting the energy, breathe out. As we go, making sure we're working within our comfort zone. So now warming up the spine, we move from the hips, right? Every movement in Tai Chi is controlled by the hips. So hold an imaginary ball in the lower abdomen and above by the chest. Bring it over to the side. As soon as the hand gets here to the hip, switch the arm and carry the imaginary ball over to the other side. We call this rotating the moon. Now notice if you're feeling anything between your hands. And I'm thinking of like a tingly sensation, a warm sensation. And that's the feeling of energy. You might feel it, you might not. Might take a few classes, but just always trying to be aware of that. Let's do one more to each side. All right, spinal warm up. So now we go. Arm up, the other arm down, and we want to avoid going to extended full range of motion. So you just keep a little bit before the elbow and the wrist lock. So this is your second spinal warm-up. First was rotation, this is length. So try to think of creating length between the vertebrae of the spine. So it's a movement that happens more within. The next is a hip warm-up. So you're gonna shift the weight over to the side and bring the leg over into the other side. You can touch with your toes, or you can just place the foot on the outside if your balance is a little bit off today. Now notice how the knee remains a little bit bent. We always do that in Tai Chi, just so that it's easier to balance and we can ground a little bit more. All right, second hip warm up. So the arms go up to shoulder height, the leg goes back, you touch with your toes. Arms back, leg forward, touch with your heel. Now if you're having trouble with balance, you can always stop in the middle and then bring the foot forward. So you do a little stop there. If your balance is okay, maybe you want to try lifting the foot off the floor and not touching the ground at all. Right? So again, working within our comfort zone. All right, come back to center. We do the other side. So a little bend on this knee, shift the weight, arms back, leg forward. Then back to center. All right, gentle fist, right? So every time we close the fist, it's never tight or hard. It's just very soft. It's opposite arm to the leg. So this is a knee warm up. You shift the weight to the front leg, stay anchored through the back foot, and bring the arm a little bit across. Turn the hand and bring it back. The other side. Shift the weight. So about 70% of your weight comes into that front leg, trying to avoid leaning forward. So you stay nice and grounded with your shoulders right over your hips. Let's do one more on each side. All right. So next is the second knee warm up. It's the same opposite arm and leg. You're gonna kick and punch. Now, if the balance is not up for it, you can put the foot in front and punch, or if your balance is okay, you can lift the leg high. So pick where you want to bring the leg. It doesn't matter, just whatever is comfortable for you. Making sure we're going opposite arm, leg, right? Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Let's do one more time. All right, coming back to center. Hands on the hips. We warm up at the ankle, so up and down with the foot. The other side. And again, you can keep the foot off the ground if you want to work a little bit harder. All right, and now we go side to side. Big toe, little toe. And then rotate that foot around and around. Remember, you can put it down if you're having trouble. Rotate the other direction. The other foot, we go side to side. And then we lift the foot and rotate. And the other direction. All right, very good. Shake it off a little bit, move. Go a little bit side to side. Just loosening up the arms, the spine. All right, bring the hands right here, rub the palms together. So I want you to tune into the energy, right? It's like a warm sensation, a little tingly sensation we feel in the hands if we pay attention. So go in between the fingers. So when we stop, we'll kind of connect to the sensation of energy. Tap the fingertips. And then keep the hands nice and relaxed. Pretend you're holding a small ball. If you like, you can close your eyes and just tune into your fingers, your hands. As you exhale, letting go of tension you might be feeling. And it's okay if you're not feeling anything, right? Maybe you're like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be feeling here. That's okay. So just tuning in to the sensation in your fingers and your hands. And as we do more and more Tai Chi, we begin to connect to that, what is happening in the body beyond the movements that we experience, okay? So we'll begin just with a routine, a Qigong routine, and you're connecting breath and movement, but breath is number one. So as you begin, try not to get caught up in the movement of the arms. Make sure that the breath is always happening. So your left leg opens to the side. Okay, move nice and slow. See if we're moving through water. Breath in, breath out, a little bit on the knees. So the whole body is involved, right? Your arms, your legs. There's moments where we shift weight, so don't get too caught up in the hands only. Notice that the whole body's working. Breath as slow and deep. All right, opening the chest. So we go breath in, breath out, just a little bit opening, not to your full range. Inhale, hands come closer to one another, and then exhale, you lower down, bending the knees. One more. Painting the rainbow is next. So you're going to bring the arms above the head if that is comfortable for you. Pretend you're holding a ball above the head, and the arms are going to come from side to side. Now look, the weight shifts from leg to leg. This is all you're doing, shifting from leg to leg. You're not lifting heels, you're not pivoting. So as I bring my arms to one side, the weight shifts to the other side. Right? So you come to your left, your weight comes to your right. And you look at the hand on the outside, keeping the arm about shoulder height. Again, connecting to that sensation in your fingers and your hands. Separating the clouds. So we go breath in, breath out. Remember to add that little bend on the knees on the way down. Rolling the arms, so one arm comes to the front, the other arm goes to the back. You follow that hand with your eyes, coming forward, passing the hand. When this hand, right, the left hand comes forward, turn the palm of the hand, and you're shifting the weight from leg to leg. So your focal point's always your hands, right? That's why in the warm-ups we're always following the hands as we move from side to side. It's as if you're looking beyond the fingers. One more time here. All right, rowing the boat. Breath in. Now think of letting the muscles hang off the bone. So there's no engagement, there's no tension. Only a deep sense of relaxation taking over the whole body. Think of Tai Chi as a moving meditation. Meditation in motion, they call it. All right, holding the sun. So if you're able to lift off both heels, you're going to lift off both heels. If not, you can just do the outside, right? So if you're coming to your right, then you lift your left heel. Otherwise, both heels up, and you're going across. Left hand towards your right, and right hand towards your left. And visualize the sun right in the palm of your hand. So try to think of it as If I'm holding a glass of water, I don't want it tipping forward, so keep it right here at shoulder height. One more time. Heels stay down for turning back to the moon. So you go back and you gaze towards the hand that's farthest from you. Inhale, exhale. Little bend on the knees again. Let the arms relax, hang the muscle off the bone. All right, pressing the palms while turning the waist, so just a little bit of a shift towards the leg and then coming a little bit across with the opposite hand. All right, so weight to the left leg, push with your right. Weight to your right leg, push with your left hand. All right, cloud hands, waving the hands like clouds. Keep the hands right here and have the movement come from your lower abdomen, right, your hips. Switch. And bring them the other direction. Now notice the more you breathe, the more you move slow, the deeper that sense of stillness and calmness begins to take over your body. All right, scoop the seat, so you bring the foot a little bit in front. You can either go to the knee or all the way towards the ground. Inhale, and then exhale as you look up towards the ceiling. So it's called scoop the seat and look up at the sky. We're gonna do one more here. And we're gonna go on to the other side. We inhale down, exhale up. One more. All right, stay here. Lift your toes off the ground and then lift the back heel off the ground. So you're rocking your weight forward and back. You inhale coming back, exhale coming forward. Rolling or pushing the wave. Bring it on to the other side. Inhale, exhale. All right, spreading the wings. So you go opening the arms and you keep rocking on the feet. You exhale as the arms come in towards you. The other side. All right, punching is next. So you come into a horse's stance. So if you are not able to come that low, that's okay. Just a little bit on the knees. Otherwise, nice and deep if possible. You go across and punch, turn the hand and bring it back. Remember punching on that exhale. All right, flying wild goose. So you lift off the heels if you can. You inhale up and you exhale down. Just to shoulder height, and again, nice and slow, letting the muscles hang off the bone. All right, spinning the wheel. So you hold an imaginary ball and you carry it all the way around, following with your eyes. You can go either to the knees or all the way towards the floor if you feel up for it. So half the circle is an inhale, the other half is an exhale. Once you finish that circle, you go the other direction, so 3 the other way. And we come back to center, marching while bouncing the ball. So that's opposite arm and leg, and lifting and then slowly placing down and trying to land with the foot and the hand at the same time, so as if they're trying to finish together. Now, of course, if the balance is a little off, you can lift the heel instead. Now, the full movement is like this. You lift off the heel of the foot on the ground and then slowly lower down. Last one. All right, pressing the palms. We go breath in and breath out. It's a deep breath in and a full breath out. Now for the ladies, we're going to bring the left hand above the right, and then for the gentleman, the right above the left. The hands are going to come right below the navel, right about 2 or 3 inches down and in. That's your dantian or energy center. So you keep the hands here. Bring the left leg in so your feet remain together. And you focus on dantian breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. Easy breath, you don't need to deepen it or anything, but you are keeping your full attention on your breath. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, you can close them. If not, it's okay to gaze softly at a point straight ahead. Notice the effects of that routine in your body. How did the body feel? How is the state of the mind? Can you spot any differences from when you started to now? Right? There might be differences, there might not be, but just notice. Allow your eyes to open. If they were closed, release the hands to the side. And again, notice and tune into your fingertips. See if there's anything happening there. All right, so let's move a little bit, just kind of let it go. So that's a Qigong or Qigong routine. Now we're going to do a Tai Chi routine, and I'll keep it as simple as we can keep it. The idea with Tai Chi is that you have more movements and you're moving in different positions. So sometimes you'll be moving to the side. In routines that are longer, you might be moving to the front, you might be moving to the back, but we'll keep it kind of simple and we'll just move forward, sides and back, okay? So we have open and close. So that's a core Qigong movement that the Sun style Tai Chi incorporates in all their Sun routines. And this is a mix of 2 styles, the Sun and the Yang style. So open close goes like this. You're holding a small ball. This is your close. And then the opening is just to shoulder width. So let's practice a few rounds. Breath in, open. Breathe out, close. So it's the only one movement here in Tai Chi that you're actually pairing movement and breath, because it's a Qigong, right? Like what the routine we did before. Now, as we begin to move through the Tai Chi routine, you're just going to be breathing naturally. You're not going to be inhale, exhale. No, you're not going to do any of that. So only when you stop for open close is where you come back to movement, breath, connection. Okay? So we're going to have the imaginary ball. And you always want to have the hand right above the other, lower abdomen and chest, right? Armpits are open, elbows are down, so you don't want to be like this. You want to drop your elbow down, but you don't want to close your armpits. There's no energy flow there. So you all keep the armpits open so the energy can flow through all the joints here. So you rotate the ball like this, right? As we begin to step, we're going to rotate the ball like that, and we're going to carry it to the front and to the back and to the sides. Another thing that we're going to have here is a kick. And when we can kick like this with the foot here if my balance is not going to cooperate. Or I can lift and kick, but you don't want to do that. It's not karate, right? So you lift slowly, you extend the leg but not to full range, and then you slowly bring it back to where you started. right? And as we kick, we're gonna be rainbowing the arms a little bit. You're gonna align the foot and the hand, and you're gonna be gazing towards that foot, right? If you can keep it up. If not, then look straight ahead. All right, let's give it a try. All right, arms on the side, feet are together. Try to relax any tension, any holding. Relax the face, let the tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your shoulders, your abdomen. Find your breath. Left leg opens to the side. Now we're going to be moving slow, shifting weight nice and slow. Inhale, arms up, a little bend in the knees. Open and close. Fair lady works the shuttle. Step forward, shift the weight, and push. Slowly bring it back. Open and close. To the other side. Open and close. Balancing the four corners. Step in, hold that imaginary ball. We step out. Right? We stay off the heel of the foot that's walking to the side. To the other side. Back for open and close. We continue with balancing the four corners, but we step forward. Step in. Forward. Forward. Back to open, close. We walk back next. Opening and closing. All right, rotate a little bit to the side. It's a kick. Whatever works for you. Doesn't have to be high. Kick. Open and close. Closing form. Last thing we do is bring that left leg in, just like you did at the beginning. Hands come in the lower dantian. Focus on the breath. All right, very good. We'll give it another try. So you notice the movements are continuous, right? I don't get here and hang out. I get here and right away I shift the way back, right? If I'm stepping to the side, it's gonna be the same thing. It's continuous flow, right? So think of like moving water in a river. Everything is super relaxed, right? Like all your joints, they're super relaxed. So there's no tension, even though you're moving against gentle resistance, right? Like if we are moving through water or gust of wind or something like that, it's gonna be resistance, but you're not pushing with tension, you're just allowing a deep sense of relaxation. Okay, let's give it another try. Commence. move it a little bit. Let's do a little cool down. So tapping a little bit on the legs. We'll do a little tense release and relax. You can even lift off the heels if you can balance. If not, keep the heels down. Tense from the feet all the way to the face. One more. All right, open the legs a little bit. We take 3 deep breaths. Inhale up, exhale on the way down. We center the energy, breath in, and breath out. Again, breath in. And we salute. Right hand, your right hand. Strength, humility, and union. All of us doing Tai Chi together. And we bow. All right, thank you. I hope you enjoy the routine and find it helpful.